Hey guys, it's me and Joe, your Bisaya reader, and welcome back to another video. And for today, I am not going to be alone in this video. I have a very special guest, and his name is Pimpy. Yep, I have a new child again. I've been really busy, and it really shows in my face. But today is my rest day, and I finally found time to film a video, and I decided to show you guys the books, or to be specific, adult fantasy books that I need to read. I need to read before 2020 ends. We'll start with a very famous one, The Lies of Locomora. I finally have a copy of Lies of Locomora by Scott Lynch. This is the first book of the trilogy. I do have the second book already, and I got these and the second book mass paperback copies both from book sale here in Cebu for 83 pesos each. And I've heard a lot of good things about this one, and to be honest, I actually don't know much about the story, and I am planning to keep it that way because I want to have lesser expectations from this story, from this book, because I do believe the more I expect from this book, the more I know, rather, from the story or from the book, the more I'm going to be disappointed after reading them. So I'm just going to keep it that way. All I know is that there's pirates, it's character driven, there'll be some issues with the pacing, but it is an adult fantasy book that will present a really strong set of characters, which I'm really excited. It's also really atmospheric and cinematic. So the next book I'm going to read, I need to read before this year ends, because I believe that you're not going to be a certified adult fantasy reader in 2020 if you haven't read this. The first book of the King Killer's trilogy, and this is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. And the main issue that I haven't started reading this one yet is because of the third book. I have the first and second book already, and the third book, after 10 years the second book was published, the third book is not yet out, and fans of the series are really angry to the author because they don't have any idea if the author is writing the book or planning to release the third installment of the series. But anyways, again, the same to The Lies of Locomora, The Name of the Wind, is I'm trying to know less also about the story so that I will have lesser expectations. But I've heard that this is also a character-driven fantasy book in which we're going to follow our main character as he is trying to improve himself as a magician, or one of the best magicians. He is trying to train, and that's all I really know. The next book I'm going to read is The Theft of Swords by Michael J. Sullivan. This is volume 1, and in the original series, it's actually volume 1 is composed of books 1 and 2. I got this also from book sale for 20 pesos. It was not this. I DIY spray painted the edges black to improve its state because it was really buttered. But anyways, it's 20 pesos. And this is also a character driven. Based on what I've heard or know about this story, is that we do have two main characters. They're a really known theft in the empire, and they were hired by this noble family for a mission. And then what they did not know is that this mission, they ended up killing the king. So they were basically framed, and the entire empire is against them, hunting them for their crime that they did not even commit. So it's a heist. There's two great there's a relationship of these two great characters, and yeah, I'm excited to read this. The fourth book that I am planning to read before 2020 end, this is an adult fantasy book, Powder Mage Trilogy, and this is not the book. I purchased already the book. It's coming already here in the Philippines. I purchased it from thriftbooks.com. And the name of the book, the first book, is actually Promise of Blood. The same also, I don't know much about this story, but the main reason why I'm going to pick this is because I've heard a lot of great stuff about the magic system in this book. Basically, this is a military fantasy in where empire attacks empire, empire defends their place or their empire against another attacking empires. But instead of cannons or guns, there's a twist. Their guns and cannons are actually does have some magic. From the word powder mage, I think their gunpowder does have a special ability that improve the bullets of these guns. I don't know. That is really interesting. Down to the fifth book I'm planning to read, adult fantasy books I'm planning to read before 2020 end, and this is going to be Fundricide by Robert Jackson Bennett. I got this from Auto Reader, and it's actually a large paperback ARC copy, which is, I was really surprised, but anyways, it is what it is. I already have this. I've heard a lot of good things about this one. I also heard a lot of bad things about this one. This is somewhat very similar to the Theft of Swords, because this one, there's a very famous theft also in the place where the story sets, and she was hired by a noble family to steal. She's a very famous thief, by the way, to steal an artifact from one of the noble family also. But later she didn't know once he all she knew is that it's just another job, time to make some money. And then when she discovered that the item that she's going to steal is a very powerful magical artifact, and it's where the story started. So she's being hunted down by this family where she's stolen the artifact. At the same time, she's trying to save her life, trying to get revenge for her being framed up. And that's all I really know about this. And there's actually the second book came out already, and the cover is, in case I'm going to receive before 2020 ends, the first copy of The Wheel of Time, the first book in my copy of the Wheel of Time series, The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan. I've heard a lot of good things about that one, even though it's really intimidating because there's 14 books in the series. But I think it's about time to join the bandwagon. It's about time for me to start reading the book. But yeah, I still don't have the physical copy. So if it arrives in 2020 and I still have enough time, I'm definitely going to read it. But if it's going to arrive in 2021, then I'm pretty sure I'm going to read it next year. I ordered it from Book Outlet, and it's already on its way here in the Philippines. So hopefully. So yep, thank you so much guys for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy, and hope everything's fine there in your end. Please take care, keep safe, and yeah, have a great day. Bye bye. My name is Joel, your Bisaya reader.